Alright, this is another match with Bug Fairies. Or not Bug, Blue-Green Fairies. Oh, same person, same player. So I think we're going to ship this hand. Doesn't really do anything until turn 3 at least. And we know that he's playing Aristocrats. Gemstone Mine. Maybe he's not, actually. I'm intrigued. So I have 6 here. Alright. First turn, Spell Stutter Sprite. Start with Breeding Pool tapped. Yeah, that guy's real annoying when 2 of the 3 cards in my hand are counter spells. I'm actually definitely willing to just block with Mutavault, because that guy is a real pain in the butt. But I have the feeling he is playing the same deck. He's playing this 4-color Aristocrats deck, which looks kind of sweet, and it reminds me of the standard version, but I mean, it seems like it's got a few issues. Like Sprouting Threnax coming down. Do I care about that? I don't think so. It's just a 3-3 right now. Yes, we're definitely going to actually just block this guy, because he shuts off our whole strategies. Actually, do we? Maybe we just take it. I think we're just taking it. Because if we draw an island, we can actually play Shackles and then play... and then be real good on... Or do we just play Sword? I think we're just playing Sword here. And we're going to be taking 2 +3, so we're going to go to 13. We can next turn we can activate Mutavault, quickly Sword of Fire and Ice, deal him 4, kill the Voice of Resurgence. And then draw a card as well. A little scary that he kept all 4. Or that he put Overgrown Tomb into play untapped. That's a little bit frightening. Alright, that's a thing. Yep, we might just be dead here. And by might, I'm pretty sure we're dead here. Yeah, she's real good. You just sack Sprouting Threnax, you have infinite guys. Yeah, I can't beat that. Especially not with 1 island. So, let's go to the tape. And by tape, I mean sideboard. Alright, so we're definitely taking out a Mana Leak. Take out the remands. I'd rather just have Mana Leaks than having any counter spells at all. I think we're going to bring in Spell Snares, we're going to bring in Engineer Explosives, and we're going to bring in Spreading Seeds. So we need to take out 3 more cards. Most likely Void Slime, a Mistbind Click, and probably one Spell Stutter Sprite seems fine. And we'll submit like this. Not sure if that's perfect. We might actually want to keep in the Spell Stutter Sprite and take out like a Vendilion Click, but what do I know? I'm no 4-color Aristocrats master. Alright, so we're definitely playing first here. I'm going to keep this. It seems fine, actually. He has very little removal other than like maybe Abrupt Decay. So we're definitely going to go first turn Birds, second turn Hierarch, keep up Spell Stutter Sprite for, in case he has a 1-drop, I guess. And we're definitely getting a breeding pool here, so 3 mana, 3 life is in our future. With a lack of 3 life, rather. And add a green. And we'll play a bird first because it has evasion. Because if we play a sword, we're going to want to have the bird be the one attacking, not the Noble Hierarch. Because next turn we'd have to play the sword. So we would not have any free mana to change things. What? Okay. It's weird because he's come into play tapped first. So it's like, well, that's weird. I'm actually just going to Spreading Seas this for you. So that you can't play a turn 2 Voice of Resurgence or something. And if I draw a land, nice. Not the exact land we were looking for, but a land nonetheless, and it helps us cast Venser and Cryptic Command. Yeah, Spreading Seas is real good against his deck because all his lands, basically all his spells are like infinite colors. I can't even imagine what you're going to cast at that. Blood Artist. Interesting. Come on, sword. Okay, Noble Hierarch, that's cute. Nope. I think it's just 1 Noble Hierarch. And 1, 2, 3, 4. We can Spell Stutter Sprite something that costs 1, but what are the odds of that? I think we'd rather just get Explosives down for 2. Or we can just keep it up. Or we can play a Noble Hierarch. I feel like it's another Noble Hierarch here, to be honest with you. Yeah, just get all the Hierarchs out of the hand right now. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Just want to develop the board position, basically. When he only has a Blood Artist, it's good to have mana and creatures, and Exalted triggers. So, now you're going to play your Voice of Resurgence. There we go. Okay, so what we're going to do now is play Engineer Explosives for 1, 2. And that does get rid of the Spreading Seas, but it's done its job at this point, so not too concerned with that. We're also going to attack with this Bird of Paradise. No, maybe not, actually, because we can actually blow up the Engineer Explosives and then play a Spell Stutter Sprite if we want, if he has any kind of 1-drop like a Viscera Seer. Yeah, so it's not worth the 2 damage. And even if he doesn't, we can actually just play Spell Stutter Sprite and hope to draw up and Mistbind Cleric or something else. Or we can just attack for 3 every turn with it. Which is a 6-turn clock instead of an 8-turn clock. Worst part is that the Blood Artist trigger is going to hit us a couple times, but we can deal with that. We have 5 cards in hand, and he took 2 from that Goblet Shrine? Oh boy. Sprouting Thrynax. Yeah, that's actually fine. It doesn't really affect us, and we can't really do anything about it, so... Yep, and now we're just going to blow up the... So you're going to get a little 2/2, and then I'm going to bounce it, and 2 triggers, it's fine. And now we have Cryptic Command up as well, which is pretty solid. I'm actually going to attack with this bird. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. It gives us enough mana for everything. And we don't have 8 yet. We have 7, so we can't actually cast Venser and Cryptic Command. So it gives us enough mana for Spellstutter Sprite and either Venser or Cryptic Command. So we can actually, what we can do on his turn is bounce the Sprouting Phoenix with Venser and then block the Elemental token. If he doesn't play anything. But he probably will. Which is sad, because I like that plan. Oh man, so upsetting. Yeah, we're just going to counter bounce. Counter target spell. Or do I draw a card? The question is, do we care about these two guys with Venser in hand? I think we just bounce. Counter, bounce. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can put that elemental back in your hand, buddy. And Cryptic Command. Doing hard work since... What? Whoa. Chord of Calling for 1. Gets a Viscera Seer and Scribes. That's cute. Or he does not. An interesting choice. An interesting choice. I also avoided a combat step. That was pretty sweet. That's perfect. Not only because this guy can attack for 5 now, but also because it gives us a second fairy. Well, this is way too big. Why are you this big? It doesn't even make any sense that you're that big. Literal illogical. Get in there, bird. Alright, so it's on our opponent's, right? That's the opponent's? It's on our opponent's turn. Perfect. Alright, so let's get this right. Oh man, he's totally second that Sprouting Phoenix. That's crazy. See if he keeps it on top or not. Put it on the bottom. Did not like it. Draw step. Vendilion Calico. Gonna look at you. Place your triggered abilities on the stack. Alright. It's lagging a little bit for me. I might have to restart it. Alright, so we got Postmortem Lunge. Return target creature card with mana cost X from your graveyard to the battlefield. It gains haste. Okay, sure, exile it. Death Shadow and Chord of Calling. Death Shadow I don't care about. Postmortem Lunge you're not going to likely have mana for. Unless it's a Cartel Aristocrat, which doesn't really do that much, or Voice of Resurgence. So we're just going to take your Chord of Calling, especially when you have all those other nerds. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have 8. So you could have corded for 5, which gets like a Falconwrath Aristocrat, which is real scary. I would have definitely corded in response to a Vendilion Click, and I'm not sure I could even win if you did that. So right now what we know about is Postmortem Lunge, Death Shadow, and... what was the other card? Might have been a land, actually. 3. Postmortem launch, targeting, spreading, Threnax, then you're going to sack it, get a bunch more tokens. 3, 4, 5. X is 3. So per mana cost is 4. I do not have enough to counter that. Alright, yep, you got it. Yeah, I'm still fine. I'm at 15, so it's not really that bad. You have to attack with those saprolings too, right? You have to attack with everybody. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I think I can go to 8. No, no vampire, huh? Yep, I'll go to 9 then. No blocks. Ideally, you will forget that it gets exiled, and you did not. That is unfortunate. Alright, so in the turn... Playing another creature actually doesn't do anything because then we lose the Exalted trigger, so the creature we play has to actually have more than 2 power. Otherwise, we actually lose power. So, but that is getting countered 100% of the time, and all of this damage you're taking is actually fantastic for us. So we're going to F6 here because you're at 11, you take 3, 4, 5. And a breeding pool. How exciting. And you actually can't take another damage from City of Brass, which you shouldn't have to, theoretically. You played all the cards, 1, 2, 4, 6, 7. That's a lot of... I can bounce 1, block 2, then I take 4, I go 5, and then I should be able to live 2 turns after that. Oh, I gotta put my abilities in a sec. That's awkward. This guy's taking his sweet time over here. I could also draw any number of things, like a sword. I'm just gonna play this because I like having access to lots of mana. Alright, so Venser can bounce whatever he plays. Let's see what he does. If he alphas, we can actually just bounce a sapling and we might just win with Venser by himself. Interesting, interesting. 3, 4, 5, 6. So I think we have to bounce a token. The old bouncing block. Man, Venser is a powerful dude. And we'll bounce this dude. Yeah, we can't actually bounce a Viscera Seer because he just gets it back. You gonna sack that one? I would recommend it. Might I recommend the sacking today, sir? Alright, so got a little Venser on the stack. Got a little Spellstutter Sprite. He's a provocative looking Spellstutter Sprite. I guess it's the only Spellstutter Sprite. I can't really gauge it from the catalog of different Spellstutter Sprites and be like, this one in particular. Look at these weird fairy feet, too. That's not okay. Alright. So he has yet to sack any of the creatures that I've bounced. Do not like how this is red. Like, it's very hard to, like, single these guys out. Like, oh, if I want to block this one, it's just not easy to do. So I got the blockers step. And I'll block this guy. Do I block another one? I don't see a reason not to. I take 4. Let's say he has Falconrother. If he has Falconrother Aristocrat, I can just block that all day too next turn, so that's not a big deal. If he had Falconrother Aristocrat, also we would play it this turn, not next, not. I guess we're figuring if he has it next turn, he's dead. So we take 4, put 5. We have infinite blockers. We just don't want to use them because they're kind of our buddies. That's actually solid. So we can attack for 5. He goes to 1. He literally can't use City of Brass at this point. Hopefully you didn't draw Abrupt Decay, which you might have. Oh, you totally did. Ugh, that's so dirty. Man. The dirtiest. Not only is that 1 less fairy for our spell stutter spread, that's like that increases your, that gives like 4 more turns of life. 4 turns of life. I mean, I guess we have to block with, oh, he's really going super aggro here. Block you, definitely blocking you. And then probably just taking 3, we go to 2. Block 2, go to take 1. I mean, if I can draw like a Sword of Fire and Ice, I'm in real good shape. If he can draw like a, hopefully he'll play like a Cartel Aristocrat, right? Put a card on the bottom, so that's good. That's kind of what we want to see. And no play. Okay, that's actually real good. Yeah, let's just attack here, and we'll Cryptic Command his face. We actually should have attacked with a crappy creature, because that'll put him to 4, and that guarantees that at the end of his turn or something, we can counter his guy, tap all his things, and then Venser can get in that way. It's also a little safer. 2-2. Game is looking tight. He did bottom his card though, so it could be it's a random thing on top. Could be a Cartel Aristocrat. Okay, you're never tapping that, I guarantee it. Watch, he taps it right now. Well, let's tap all your things and draw a card. We still have a Cryptic Command. We still have a Spell Snare. It's actually very good. But not when you're tapping more than 2. Oof, really? Oh man. You cannot actually flash it back here. Well, you can, you go to 1. Wow. That was a real good draw. Yeah, he's at 2. I actually just misplayed that terribly. I could have just let him swing. I could triple block. Don't need the creatures. Nope, I guess we just get lucky. Then again, I mean, like, this is a very, like, obscure deck, so I have no idea what I'm actually, like, playing around, you know? So, unless your last card is Abrupt Decay, it is. Your last card is an Abrupt Decay. Wow. Talk about the old run goods. I mean, okay. You equip trigger still on the stack, so that's a thing. Alright. Well, we're not dead yet, but we're not... We could always draw another sword. Oh, we should have attacked with birds. Man, we're so bad at this game. My head's not in this game, and this is a new deck, and there's a lot of intricacies, and I'm just trying to figure out how to win, and it's not easy. Yeah, alright, so we're just going into combat here. So we have to block... Okay, huh? Well, we have to block one of these guys, so let's do that, I guess. Cryptic Command is still alive for us. Any of the other 4 swords are great. Engineer Explosives are fantastic, and Island is not great, and that's game. We attack with both of these guys. He has to block both, and then we take Infinite. So, yep, I kind of messed that game up with the Cryptic Command, I think. But, yep, 2 cards away, Sword of Feast of Famine. Probably wouldn't have done it, he could have just blocked with Spirit Token. So, what can you do?